High School Gymnasium. Good evening, high school basketball fans, and welcome to Fox Valley Association basketball action here tonight as the Fond du Lac Cardinals prepare to take on the Patriots of the East. I'm with Mike Pfeiffer to bring you all the play-by-play action here tonight, and like the Cards with another key game here. Of course, they're all key the rest of the way out in the Fox Valley Association. Coming off a tough win over the Kimberly Papermakers, a team that really threw a scare at them.
Well, he certainly did, Dave. Kimberly, of course, a very tough place to play to start with on the road this past week, going up there and narrowly escaping with a very tough win. But that's probably a good test for him. It shows the little something that the Cardinals can play under some pressure on the road, under adverse conditions, and come away with the win. The adjustments, of course, will still be made after the following the loss of Josh Harmson over the holidays. I don't know if they will ever fully come back to where they want to be. I doubt if that will ever happen. But, of course, people now have to relearn the roles that they had established the first half of the season. Some people at different positions, different times that they're into the game now. So all this continuity has got to come together once again for the Fond du Lac Cardinals. On the road or at home tonight against a team that Appleton East Patriots. Probably a little bit of a disappointment in the conference. I believe come in with only 2 wins on the season. In conference play. Expected to be a little bit better than that. But gave us a fairly decent game on the road early this season up there first time around. So you certainly cannot take any game for granted. The Cardinals, of course, coming in second ranked in the state of Wisconsin. So when you're up there, everybody's aiming for you.
Yeah, they certainly are, and I think Kimberly proved that here this past week with the Cardinals being held. That might have been their lowest offensive output thus far of the season, scoring only 59 points in that basketball game. Back to the Josh Harmson thing, and you know, a situation there where I think probably the biggest thing that has been lost to the Fond du Lac Cardinals has now been the depth. You're one person less, of course, on the bench. Eric Grams will come in, and he certainly is going to hold his own. He is not the same flashy player that a Josh Harmson is, but Eric is going to continue to hold his own, although we see his wrist, his right wrist, quite heavily taped here tonight, and I really do not know what that is all about. And you brought Fyvie up off the JVs. He's up there permanently now, and I would expect that he will begin to become a factor on this basketball team. He has had now approximately, as you can look at Eric Grams there with that wrist taped up, he has had now a couple of weeks of good solid practice with the varsity. And, you know, the last time we saw him, of course, was in the championship game of the holiday tournament. He really had no work whatsoever with the varsity at that time. So I think that Fyvie is going to become a factor on this basketball team.
Well, you certainly think so. We saw him play some JV ball early in the season, and has an awful lot of talent. Has some good size. It's going to help fill that void where you lose Harmson in that strong rebounding position. However, Fyvie will not rebound the way Josh Harmson did. You're going to have to remember, we just can't put this young man, Greg, up there and expect him to automatically fill the shoes of Josh Harmson. That's not going to happen, but he should contribute. He will contribute to this team and make the varsity a better team than they would be without him.
All righty, we're going to be back here at the Goodrich High School Gymnasium, and we'll have the starting lineups for you, and of course the opening tip-off right after this on your Fond du Lac Cardinal Basketball Report.
Visit us at Forest Mall, where we offer in-store expert jewelry and watch repair, free engraving and gift wrapping of your purchases, layaway, and more. Fox Diamond Center in Forest Mall always brings you top quality for the lowest price. Your hometown independent family jeweler.
For complete insurance services, call your independent agent serving the Fond du Lac area. Call Insurance Agency, where service is the key. Our staff of knowledgeable professionals is ready to serve all your insurance needs. Call us for a quote at 923-4020. Call Insurance Agency, North Main Street in Fond du Lac.
Remember the excitement of the moment with a camcorder from Silica Appliance and TV. At Silica, you can choose from a large selection of full-size and compact camcorders from names like Canon, Sharp, Quasar, and RCA. So remember the excitement of the moment with a camcorder from Silica Appliance and TV.
Team uniforms, gym suits, bowling shirts, Whatever your sport, shop Team Sports. Team Sports across from Veterans Park on Main Street in Fond du Lac. Visit the Athlete's Foot for brands you'll like at prices you'll love. The Athlete's Foot, athletic wear, shoes, and more. Forest Mall, Fond du Lac.
This telecast is brought to you in part by Consultants Laboratory of Wisconsin Incorporated. Consultants Laboratory is Fond du Lac's full-service medical reference laboratory. Consultants Laboratory providing trustworthy service from 3 convenient Fond du Lac locations. Nothing adds beauty and value like tile from Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile. For your home or for your business, get the look and feel you want from Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile. Quality is just a phone call away. Call for your free estimate today. Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile, North Hickory Street, Fond du Lac. Kemper Securities wishes the best of luck to all our local athletes. Call Kemper Securities for expert service for your next investment. Kemper Securities, members of the New York Stock Exchange, located at 66 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. This game is brought to you courtesy of Forest Mall Merchants, where you can catch the best values in town without interference at over 55 specialty and department stores. Forest Mall, one place, something for everybody. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 9, Saturday, 10 to 6, and Sunday, 11 to 5.
Actually, Mike, I'm really quite amazed at the crowd that is in attendance here tonight on an extremely frigid evening here in Fond du Lac, with the wind chills tonight expected to dip somewhere between 50 to 70 degrees below zero. There's really a pretty good crowd on hand here this evening.
It's a little bit chilly out tonight, huh?
Just a tad.
Yes, I agree. I thought it'd be a very sparse crowd tonight. I think people were going to get out there and endure this. Many teams throughout the area canceled tonight. Matter of fact, a lot of the Flyway Conference games.
This is one of the few that is being played. I know Winnebago's was called off.
Camel Sport, New Holstein, Lamira.
Right. You know, you got a situation there where, I suppose it depends on whether a team is traveling on a motor coach or if they are traveling on the regular good old yellow school bus, because if you're on the good old yellow school bus, a lot of those companies don't want to take the kids out and have that type of liability with the type of weather that we have here tonight.
Key is that some forecast. I mean, sometimes if you had had an off night tomorrow night, you would have think about moving it a day, but the weather right now is scheduled right through the middle of next week.
Actually, it'll be worse.
Yeah. So Sunday's the only day it's going to get fairly warm.
But
darn if we're not bringing those darn cowboys up here this year, huh? Wouldn't this be a great time to do that?
Well, I thought we should have invited them just for old time's sake.
Yeah, they would.
You know, well,
that would this week would make the Ice Bowl seem like a heat wave.
Well, on Sunday at that time, it's probably going to be pretty darn near the same conditions, as a matter of fact, as it was back in 67, something like that, yeah. But I think it is indeed going to be fairly similar. You know it's cold outside when the furnace in our van, where all the production work goes on, runs continuously. That thing has not shut off since I fired it up at 3:30 this afternoon. It is really having a hard time keeping up. I can't imagine what it's going to be like tomorrow night when it is actually supposed to be a little bit worse, as a matter of fact. Well, the Fond du Lac Cardinals and the Appleton East Patriots. The Cardinals, of course, still undefeated on the season conference and in the state of Wisconsin, and we'll take on the Appleton East Patriots, a team, Mike, that I think probably, and as you said, have been a bit of a disappointment thus far in the season. At the same time, a team that probably could pose a danger to the Fond du Lac Cardinals, because it's about this time of the year that your players are going to start watching the newspapers a little closer and start believing things that they see either on TV or reading the newspaper or maybe hear on the radio. Appleton East obviously has absolutely nothing to lose in this basketball game. They're not going for any conference championship. They can come out and play rather loosey-goosey.
Very true.
That can be dangerous.
The key, Dave, also is the fact that Appleton East got an awful lot of tradition behind them, and sometimes this time of year, that can kick into gear.
And Ron Parker is no slouch as a coach, believe you me. Let's go down courtside and the introduction of the lineups for tonight's game.
We would like to introduce the non-starters for both teams. First of all, for the Appleton East Patriots, non-starters include number 11, Ryan Sprisler, number 13, Scott Comp, number 23, Brian Fitzgerald, number 33, John Wentland, number 35, David Havlin, and number 55, Joe Hensler. Non-starters for our Cardinals, unable to play tonight, Josh Harmson. Number 3, Jeff Simon. Number 12, Brad Fester. Number 20, Jason Higgins. Number 21, Greg Farley. Number 24, Scott Vandenberg. Number 25, Travis Ernst. Number 32, Aaron Chase. Number 33, Matt Rupert. Number 34, Eric Weissenen. And number 44, Scott Marshall. Tonight's starters for Appleton East, the senior number 5, J.J. Hansen. For Fond du Lac, the senior number 2, Shane O'Loughlin. For the Patriots, the senior number 41, Jason Neubauer. For Fond du Lac, the senior number 4, Eric Graham. For the Patriots, a junior number 43, Ryan Blakesley. For Fond du Lac, a senior number 5, Adam Zakas. For the Patriots, number 45, a junior, Ben Johnson. For Fond du Lac, a senior number 10, Rocky Brown. And for the Patriots, junior number 53, Brett Hornstedt. For Fond du Lac, a junior number 00, Joe Harmson. Appleton East is coached by Mr. Ron Parker. Fond du Lac is coached by Mr. Dick Diener, assisted by Bill Vandezende, Roger Springborn, Marty Craig, and Ken Lace.
So there you have the starting lineups for tonight's basketball game, and as you can see, this basketball team size-wise will match up fairly decently with the Fond du Lac Cardinals out here tonight. So that is not going to be any kind of a great problem that I can see. And again, a team that I feel can be dangerous to the Fond du Lac Cardinals because you have a fine coach in Ron Parker. It may have taken him to this point in time of the season to get his team playing the way he wants them to. On the other hand, maybe they're on the verge of giving up on the year, too.
Very true, and again, I go back, Dave, to tradition. I've seen in so many schools where Nino is always a great one for that. They could have an off team, but tradition seems to raise them up about 8 or 10 points in the scoreboard. Sometimes you start believing that you're that good, you should be that good, and you can always rise to the occasion on any given day.
I slam a jamma up to win the opening tap. Left side sidewalk as Adams comes out to O'Loughlin, near side of the Rocket Woods. Flashing through the baseline, Zigas skipped past O'Loughlin, looked at kind of the baseline to Eric Grahams. Golden not open there. Bring it back out high and reload it. Now give it to Zigas out of the corner. Right back out to the Rocket once again. Swinging between the two rings here to the near side to O'Loughlin. Zigas now coming off a pick out high with a 17-footer. It's good.
Well, the Cardinals very patient on offense. That may be one of the more passes that you've seen on a time down court all season long. But eventually come away with a good shot and Zigas cans it.
And here's the pressure in the backcourt, stolen away by O'Loughlin. 3-on-2 bust on O'Loughlin with a bank jumper, and he hit it. Guards have become very noted for this press in the conference. It is just scaring the daylights out of every team, I think, that is trying to prepare for them. Down the near side sidewalk, Blakesley with the basketball. Blakesley coming off into the lane. When he went into the air, in, out, back in again.
Ball just hangs on the rim. Good shooter's touch. The Cardinals on transition, coming down very quickly again.
Graham's hole high to Adam Zekas to the near side. Give it to O'Laughlin. O'Laughlin, now they come down low, pulls to high, slam and jam it, turns, puts to the hoop and in. Well, arms, and I tell you, Mike, he showed some good presence of mind there. Impressive to come up and hit the jump shot. You'd like him to be able to go straight to the hole. I realize that.
At that particular time, though, had a gain control of the ball, didn't have a good receive on it, but got himself going very well.
Stolen away by Rocky Brown. Lead feed to Zekas. They're going to call, well, it's not a double dribble, but it was a carry. At any rate, the basketball is going to go back here to the Patriots.
Well, on a very chilly evening, both teams warming up the floor have yet to have a missed field goal attempt.
No, it's plenty warm in here.
Yeah, beautiful.
We're not lacking for heat inside the gymnasium, I'll tell you that much. A lot of body heat, too, I think. Blakesley working on Zekas in the backcourt. They come up to double up on him in the backcourt. He works it across the timeline. Now they got a double team on him, and he picks up the dribble. Pops it back out here to J.J. Hansen. Now Kaufman go to the near side. Neubauer's shot there would not go down. Slam and jamma. Had a 10th out of his hands and out of bounds. So the basketball will go back to the Fond du Lac Cardinals, and East pulls back defensively right away. So left side sidewalk, O'Laughlin. Here's Graham's. Golden comes into the lane, goes towards the hoop. Running one enters, good by Golden.
And Cardinals a perfect 4 for 4 from the field thus far.
And it's an 8-2 basketball game with 5:37 remaining first quarter. Hansen across the timeline, feeding to the near side, blocked by Zekas. Rebound away to the Rocket. Here's Rocky on the run. Left side sidewalk, they flash O'Laughlin to the Kaufman corner. He's going to hit it, a three-pointer. Wow. Shane O'Laughlin feeling good tonight here, Mike.
Well, Shane,
I haven't seen him take that many shots in the first quarter in a long time.
Well, you don't see him take very many shots, period. That's not his role normally. Very solid player defensively, gets the job done on some of the more unnoticeable things on the court.
Eric Grams is going to pick up the foul here on the double-up. He's been very instrumental on the press thus far.
Yeah, nice to have 11 points on the board already for the Cardinals and have yet to miss a shot.
5:09, and here's a steal by Zekas. Zekas with O'Laughlin, give him the basketball. Banko foul!
Yeah, I guess he is feeling pretty good. Nice, strong move to the bucket. Defense over the top of him, and I think Coach Parker wants a timeout.
Yeah, Ron Parker wants to talk things over. We have 5:04 remaining in the first quarter of action. Timeout on the court with a score. Fond du Lac 13, Appleton East 2.
Services for all your industrial, commercial, and residential needs. If your job is big or small, get it done efficiently and get it done right the first time. Pease Painting and Decorating, equipped to do the job efficiently.
How would you like a free movie rental? Come to VideoBiz, buy any size pizza and receive one free movie rental. And don't forget VideoBiz has VCR rentals, VCR cleaning and repairs, game rentals, CDs, cassettes, and more. VideoBiz and VideoBiz Pizza, Pioneer Plaza, Fond du Lac.
Well, Dave, what do? You coach Ron Parker, you take the timeout, and, this is just hopefully a momentum breaker for this timeout. You can't really discuss what you're doing wrong because the Patriots have really, for all intents and purposes, been playing some fine defense. The Cardinals have just done a great job thus far of controlling the tempo, getting out when the ball is there and running a little bit, and, of course, their pressure defense.
Well, I think you hit her on the money right there, Mike. The thing that Ron Parker most concerned about is that they are panicking right now on the press. And Shane O'Laughlin completes the three-point play. Shane O'Laughlin with 8 points, 8 of the 14 here in the first quarter of action. Having a honey of a first quarter. And the lead feed here by Ben Johnson across the timeline comes to Blakesley. The Cards have been very successful trapping near the midcourt stripe. Blakesley off of the baseline, 5-footer there would knock it down. Got his own rebound. The reverse layup is good. And Ron Parker had to be upset about that. The fact that they just simply were not getting the ball into the forecourt. Once they got it into the forecourt, they weren't looking that poorly, no.
3 turnovers thus far, of course, for the Patriots early in this game.
And all forced.
Yes.
Left side sidewalk, Zekas popping back out. Shane O'Laughlin here, leading scorer thus far. Comes to Zekas on the left side again. Looping feed, here's Golden Graham, circle high to the right. Flash O'Laughlin through, give him the ball. Here's Zekas now. Zekas going to come into the lane, pulls up with a free throw line jumper there, no. Harps attempted out of bounds, and will go back to the Patriots.
First miss of the game for the Cards. 1 miss out of 7 attempts now, 6 for 7 from the floor.
Not that many years ago, of course, that Appleton East was down at the state basketball tournament, and was, as a matter of fact, Graham's and this crew were sophomores when they were very strong. And here's Graham's going to get a foul.
Yeah, pushing.
Golden is going to get a foul. He was hand-checking, actually, I think, from behind. And his second personal, the second team, they might have to get Golden out of the ballgame already.
Well, very quick, what happened there is the offensive player, the ball pulled up very quickly to take a shot, and Eric just got caught up at momentum behind him and reached out. A little nudge from the backside.
He had a little hand check there, and Jeff Simon is going to come in for O'Loughlin as Grant Bester has come in for Eric Grams. And unfortunate to lose Grams right now. I thought that he had been very key on all 3 of the steals thus far in the basketball game. Off of the baseline, shot won't go, tapped up by Harmson into the hands of Zekas, and he traveled with the ball. I don't know what Adam is doing tonight, Mike, but he's kind of globetrotter the ball a little bit when he comes across the timeline, and it's cost him a pair of turnovers thus far. He's come up with a little razzle-dazzle on the passes and what have you. They're going to go travel there to traveling violation of the Patriots.
They had a great position to have the double team right inside the half-court line. They use that box in the corner, a double team, and you've got the offensive man in trouble. You always teach when you bring the ball up, try to stay away from those corners. Bring the ball up in center court whenever you can.
So here's Rocky Brown. Takes it down to the baseline. Now needs some help. Flashing through is Brad Bester. Give him the basketball. Swinging around the horn. Zekas. Here's Harmson. Goes up and he puts it in.
That's pitch-a-perfect rotation of the ball. 4 men touch the ball and just touch passes all the way around on the perimeter, and then you flash Harmson from weak side across and gets the good position, and he's tough down there.
Lean-in shot by Neubauer is good. Neubauer's first bucket of the game, 16-6 score in favor of the Fond du Lac Cardinals. And Rocky Brown comes back up. Tried to come down here to Josh and gave him the bounce feed. It was tapped out of bounds by Josh, just did not handle it. And quickly back up court on a running one-hander, and ribbing it out is Ben Johnson. And back come the Cardinals the other way. Rocket. Here's Simon. Coffin corner, 3-pointer on the way there, would knock it down. Zekas tried. Rebound pulled down by Hornset. And J.J. Hansen is going to bring it back up for the Patriots. Simon all over him, and Sundance going to get a reach-in foul.
Yeah, not a good place for a foul there. You're 35, 40 feet from the basket. He's not going to do anything with it. You want to work on position defense, but don't go reaching like Jeff did there.
Well, and the thing there, too, Mike, the Cardinals, that's where the Cardinals have been successful on the trap, but you cannot force it either.
Right.
And I think Jeff trying to make something happen when it just simply was not there. Maybe we got to call him Brett Simon, huh?
No, that's not.
No, okay.
Be nice.
Cross-court feed here to the near side. Shot on the way there by Wendland would not go down. And here come the Cards back the other way. Jeff Simon, left side sidewalk. Well, he hasn't made those kind of mistakes. I realize that. And Rocky Brown with a 3-pointer hit of the key.
You're the guy who just told me a couple days ago that the Packers are going to win Sunday.
I did.
That's right.
I think they are.
Don't pick on our buddy Britt.
I'm not picking on him. He's young. He's going to do those kind of things.
That's right.
And here's a wraparound foul now on Adam Zekas. Zekas, first personal, 4th team. 19-6 basketball game, I-13, the Fond du Lac Cardinals.
Shane O'Loughlin going to check right back in for Adam Zekas.
2:13 remaining in the first quarter of action. Johnson comes in to J.J. Hansen, takes the ball down to the baseline. Let's go on a tight jumper, and he hit it.
Pretty good shot by Hansen. Pulls up from 10 feet out.
And over the top.
Yep. Armstead coming up to challenge and stood right in there.
Brad Bester takes it in and pulls up with a 14-footer inside the paint. No. Ray Trave comes off to Brad, though. Reloaded. Simon to Brown. Left side, O'Loughlin tried to pop it into high slam and jam, and it's knocked away. Ben Johnson quickly back up court, running one hander is good. Boy, Johnson just simply does not be that he could be that quick with the size he has, and they over here by violation on Jeff Simon. 19-10 ball game. deceptively quick is Ben Johnson. He leaves it on the baseline here for Jason Neubauer, and Neubauer will lay it in.
The Patriots have come back now, found a little life, have hit on their last 3 field goal attempts.
And they're within 7. Simon. Rocky Brown now turned down the shot, give it to Slamma-Jamma, skyhook in the lane, no. Rebound comes out to J.J. Hansen.
And just moments ago, you thought it was going to be a big-time romp again, but the Patriots are back trying to make this a ball game.
Outside, shot on the way, hit of the key there, no. Tap, and...
Foul underneath against the Cards.
Bester or Simon?
I believe it might be Bester.
It's going to be on Jeff Simon.
Okay.
And that will be his second personal, the 5th team foul.
Returning for East for 43.
Blakesley comes back in. Now, J.J. Hansen has come out along with Neubauer. And here's Greg Fyvie into the basketball game, and Jeff Simon will come out.
Simon also with 2 fouls.
Right. And 1:02 remaining in the quarter, you're going to get him out. Cardinals protecting a 7-point lead right now. Ben Johnson pulls up 16 feet away from the basket, around to the right side. Come down to the coffin corner to Blakesley. They get it down into the low post to Hensler. And to save the ball from going OB, and then picked up, it's going to go back to the Patriots. Well, that, in all reality, I think was touched last by Rocky.
Not sure, but I'll tell you, the faithful Cardinal fans that side didn't like it. Not at all.
Right side, sidewalk, out of the coffin, working out of the coffin corner. Now they come up high poster to Hensler. His shot won't drop. Bester taps into the hands of Rocky Brown. Here they come, 3-on-2. Rocket hit of the key. Back of the rim. Loop wouldn't have it. And pulled down by John Wendland. Outlet pass to Blakesley. He'll work it up. And they will probably look for one with 20 seconds remaining. Rocky with a reach in, had it tapped away. That didn't get any help. Blakesley, free throw line jumper, no. Slamma-Jamma with a rebound. Outlet pass to the Rocket, and he is going to call for 1 shot. Down to 8 seconds. Left side. O'Loughlin coming around to pick out high. Bester ran away. No. Tap by Joe. Out of bounds. Back to the Patriots. With 1 second left here in the first quarter of action.
Returning for the Patriots, number 5, J.J. Hansen.
Well, oddly enough, the Patriots are going to make a substitution here. I don't know why. I was going to say, did Blakesley have a foul or something? Or they just want to get him an extra half a minute of rest? Well, they throw it into Hensler, and a 3/4 court shot is going to be way off range. And that'll be the end of the first quarter of action. And our score here after 1 quarter of play, the Fond du Lac Cardinals 19, the Appleton East Patriots 12. Back after this on your Fond du Lac Cardinal basketball review.
Where do you think about next vehicle purchase? Todd Motors. Don't believe it? Shop and compare. Todd sells cars for less. We're the working man's friend. Find us at 400 South Military Road. Todd Motor Company, the home of fine cars.
The Fondy Sports Complex, fun for the entire family. The Fondy Sports Complex is open from mid-April to mid-October and has activities such as go-karting, mini-golf, baseball, bumper boats, and much more. To plan your picnic or gathering for next summer, call 872-2688. The Fondy Sports Complex.
American Family Insurance would like to remind you that the most important reason for choosing an insurance agent is service when you really need it. Dennis Gutman and Lyle Birschbach have over 32 combined years of serving the insurance needs of Fond du Lac area families. Find us at 384 North Main Street in Fond du Lac.
Quick look at the stats here for the first quarter of action. The Cardinals 8 for 14 from the field for 57%. That includes 2 for 5 from the three-point line. 6 for 15 for the Patriots for 40%. Cardinals with the edge of the boards 8-3. 5 TOs for Fond du Lac, and the East with 4 turnovers.
Isn't that amazing? We were talking about the Patriot turnovers early in the basketball game. And Fond du Lac actually winds up with more. And a shot there by Neubauer would not go, and Slamma-Jamma with the rebound.
Well, you've seen Joe aggressively and really rip down some boards tonight.
He's got that, Mike. He's got it in that department, no doubt about it. Especially now with Grams on the bench. Rocky Brown Here's Ziggins on the near side now to Bester. Fivey has the basketball, circle high to the right. Reloads it out to Adam. Looping feed down to Harmson, going to come to the hole. Running skyhook, no. Fivey hit the rebound, slapped away from behind, out of bounds. Back to the Cardinals.
Shot doesn't go, but in that series, Joe Harmson worked extremely hard to get into the offense. Got to work tougher position. Made a nice move to the basket on a crossover dribble. Just couldn't get the shot to go.
And Brown needs some help and does get it here from Bester to get the ball in. Zakis between the two rings. They come to Bester, to Adam Zakis, and he travels with the ball. Adam Zakis, Mike, has 4 turnovers in this ball game.
I think the engine's a little stiff getting started in the cold weather.
Yep. Ben Johnson pulls up inside the lane. 14 there, no, got his own rebound. And they crawl all over the top of him, then give it to J.J. Hansen, coffin corner, he airballed it, chased down by Bester. Here come the Cardinals on the run. Brown, Bester, down the lane, slapped away by Johnson, out of bounds. Well, I tell you, he is very deceptively quick, isn't he?
He's a good ball player.
Yeah. Quick hands. Bester to Rocket. Rocky yo-yos the dribble now, going to bring it back out between the two rings, load something up from there. They bring Fivey up to the high post.
Rocky trying to balance the floor here on the offensive set.
Yeah, they've gone to a zone. I think maybe that's why. They were not in a zone earlier, were they?
No.
No, they switched off to a zone.
Travel.
Him go back to Rocky when he traveled the ball.
Unfortunate travel there. The ball just tipped, and he's trying to control the ball again, was in the midst of the flow, and sometimes it's kind of hard to avoid a travel at that point.
So here's J.J. Hansen back up court with the basketball. Wendland out of the coffin corner as they leave it out. It is Hornstead. Back to J.J. Hansen to the near side wing. He comes off into the lane, then dumps on the baseline. Hornstead there, 10-footer no. 5, he tried, and it comes off high into the hands of Rocky Brown. Quickly up court, Bester pulls up with an 18-footer to the left side, no. 5, he goes up and gets it. Oh, what are they going to, who do they got here?
I believe it's
going to be on the Patriots. I believe it's going to be on Wendland, yep. Yep.
Boy, Fivey got up there that time. Nice vertical leap.
So that'll be his first personal. That is only the second team foul on the Patriots. And the Cardinals will inbound underneath their own bucket. Again, they've got trouble getting it in, and Rocky Brown has to take a timeout. So with 5 minutes and 42 seconds remaining to be played here in the first half of action, we have a timeout on the court with the score, Fond du Lac 19 and Appleton East 12.
For the finest custom cabinetry, call Classic Kitchens. Classic Kitchens has the quality and beauty of wood-mowed, fine custom cabinetry for any room in your home. Call for your free estimate or visit our unique kitchen and bath showroom. Classic Kitchens, Highways 23 and 41, Fond du Lac. Take advantage of a new convenience at American Bank. Complete personal investment service right in their lobby. Scott Fortune, a fully licensed registered representative, is ready to help you identify your investment objectives and match products to your needs. Visit American Bank today for all your financial needs.
Well, Mike, the last 2 times the Cardinals have gone to inbound the basketball in their own front court, Rocky Brown has had problems with it, and I think this time around he said, hey, we better do something about this, and wisely calls the timeout. So they'll inbound it here to Harmson. And trying to pop it out to Zakis, and there's Ben Johnson again. Johnson now had the ball stripped free by Adam. Lead feed up court, saved from going OB by Joe Harmson. Drops it back out for Rocky Brown, right down the lane, running one-hander, double pumping, no. Rebound away to Slamma-Jamma, no, and a foul. Underneath is going to be called on Hornstead.
Nice job of Rocky from top of the key. He sees the opening in the defense and just turns on the afterburners right down Main Street, takes it to the basket hard.
But as I think he probably saw during the football season, the hole closed up very quickly.
Yep.
Joe Harmson to the free throw line. He'll shoot a pair. First trip for either team to the line or not, and Slamma-Jamma missed the first. Scoreless second quarter of action thus far. After the Cardinals had opened up very quickly, they have cooled off immensely. Hansen to Wendland in the backcourt as Joe Harmson there got one of the two. Hansen rejected by Joe, and now they're going to call a foul. This is on Zekas or on Neubauer?
Neubauer.
Okay. Neubauer's going to pick up the personal, his first, the team's third. And now back up off the pines is Ryan Blakesley, the 6'3 junior.
Neither team able to, in almost 3 minutes of action, to put down a field goal thus far. The Patriots are 0 for 5, the Cards 0 for 3.
Rocky to Zekas, 5 out of the coffin corner. The Rocket now they post down low. Sky hook by Slemons is gone.
And Rocky does a nice job to point the key there. Gets the ball, fakes the shot, draws the defense up towards him, then splits the defense. The bounce pass as Harmson goes right through the middle.
And they're going to call Adam Zekas here with one of those hand check fouls. It'll be the 6th team. Second personal on Adam Zekas. And on the next foul, the Patriots will be shooting the bonus. So Zekas is going to come out, and Bester comes back in for the Cardinals. And the Patriots inbound in their own front court on the side court. Give to Ben Johnson. Johnson brings the ball here on Rocky Brown. Takes it right side sidewalk, looking for some help. Now dumps it off to Wendland, gets it right back again. Swing between the two rings here to Blakesley. Down the coffin corner, Wendland has the basketball. They look down in the low post and reload it again out to Ben Johnson. Johnson, now they post up once again to Hornseth. Leaves it on the left side baseline. Shot by Hensler, no. Rebound to 5. Outlet pass comes to the Rocket, and here come the Cardinals back the other way. Bester, check that. O'Loughlin, Shane O'Loughlin with a tray. First field goal of the quarter by either team.
And Shane O'Loughlin has definitely been the offensive man thus far for the Cardinals in this game.
He's got 11 points in this basketball game, 11 of the 25.
And a pair of three-pointers.
Outside, Ben Johnson, jackknife jumper there, it's good. Second bucket of the game by Johnson, 25-14. Rocket with 3:40 remaining in the half. On the near side, here's O'Loughlin. Give it to Bester, back out hole high. Rocky to 5 played there by Hensler. Reloaded out again. O'Loughlin. Shane O'Loughlin as they post up. Now going to give the basketball to Harmson. Lost it on the baseline and out of bounds.
Fourth turnover of the quarter for the Cards, 9th in the game. Neubauer, I believe, is going to check back in for the Patriots, along with J.J. Hansen.
I'm going to tell you, you best enjoy the accommodations tonight. Tomorrow night, we're out at the hockey rink.
Well, we're at the right place. They want us to turn on the
No, that's for sure. We can still turn all the heaters on the compressors on.
Sure. Oh, yeah, Cardinal hockey tomorrow night.
That's right, against Monona Grove. And a steal here by Rocky Brown. Rocky back up into the forecourt. Takes it around hole high. Coming around to pick down low. Running one-hander, no. As Marshall tried, just came into the ball game. Quickly back the other way. J.J. Hansen running one-handers go. Well, they snuck Scott Marshall into the basketball game on me there. And he came in for Greg Fyvie. Again, they tried to come down. You know, Mike, I don't understand why a couple of times now, I go over to talk to Rocky about it. Why are they coming in low to him on a low pass, a bounce feed?
Well, your entry is often dictated by your defense. I quite frankly, haven't paid as much attention to it. You know, the defense has been at the given time. That often dictates your pass.
But when you got a 6'9" or 6'10" basketball player, a bounce feed is, especially coming from a 5'9" guard, is a tough thing to handle.
You mentioned Marshall in the game. They're a young man, of course, at Scott Marshall. Cardinals trying to give a little bit of look to also now to fill some time with the loss of Harmson. Josh, I should say.
O'Loughlin with the personal foul. And off to the free throw line, Hornseth missed the front half of the bonus. Bester. Here's Jeff Simon. Now they get it down here to Harmson. Slapped away, but a foul is going to be whistled here on Jason Neubauer.
You know, I will say one thing, Dave. The Patriots have done an excellent job defensively against Harmson. They are really on him at all times, and as soon as he gets the ball, that pass starts coming to him. They've always, I mean always, got somebody from the weak side coming across to double him up. That's why you're seeing a lot of balls tipped. That's why you're seeing in a situation like this, as it goes up, it's knocked loose. A lot of hands around Joel tonight. Good defense for the Patriots.
Slam and jam, he missed the front half.
And the other side, I've seen Joe out there working maybe as harder than he has all season long, trying to get open. I mean, he is working his tail off down there at that baseline.
And Harmson missed a pair, but the rebound tapped into the hands of Bester, blocked by Hornseth. Outlet pass to Blakesley, and he'll work it back up. 2:22 remaining here in the quarter. Hanson down left side, loads it out. Here's Wentland, the hole high 18-footer air ball and out of bounds.
And that's their first three-pointer of the game, so it doesn't appear as that they're a three-point threat.
No, if you got a three-point shooter, Mike, I would say that he's not on the court right now. That would be Ben Johnson. And I'm not so sure that he's a good three-point shooter.
They certainly haven't shown that kind of range thus far.
On the other hand, the Cardinals, I think in the ball bank three here, saved from going OB by Hornseth. I was about to say the Cardinals probably need to get to the outside and start popping a few more out there. Appleton East has been able to collapse their defense down low on us. Ball bank three by Slamajama, picked up by Simon. Here he comes on the run. Sundance running one-hander, no. Tap by Harmson, it's gone. Oh, my.
Oh, that was outstanding. See that one down the man. That was an outstanding play.
What a tap by High Slamajama.
You know, Joe comes across from the near side basket and was in mid-air. The ball rolls off to the far side, and he with his left hand underneath the basket tips it back.
Slamajama knocked away from Hanson. Outlet to Simon. Here comes Fond du Lac on the run. Jeff is still laughing about that tip. He tried it there again. Tap once, tap twice, no. Rebound away to Hornseth. Challenge in the backcourt by High Harmson. And they'll lead feed it across to J.J. Hanson to Blakesley on the near side. 57 seconds remaining in the quarter. And the half, 27-16. Blakesley to Wentland, right side. O'Laughlin on him. Out of the coffin corner, right side now. Back out, Wentland, gonna pop from 70 to hit it.
Just inside the three-point line.
And down to 35 seconds remaining in the first half of action. Cardinals gonna work for one here, or is it too far out? O'Laughlin to Bester. Scott Marshall around to the left side. Simon gonna shoot the tray. In out, hoop wouldn't have it. Taken down by Wentland, outlet pass to Hanson, tipped away by Joe Harmson and out of bounds.
And with 17 seconds left, undoubtedly you will see the Patriots now look for the last shot of the half.
Isn't that crazy? I've called him High Slamajama for the last 3 years, and now every once in a while when you want to call him Joe Harmson, I'm struggling to get it out. Rocky Brown will come back in. Jeff Simon comes out.
Jeff Simon, keep in mind that those two fouls right here, so you didn't want him to pick up the third in the last 15 seconds.
Johnson, left side, they come to Blakesley. Outside, Neubauer's shot would knock it down. And Bester going to shoot it from half court. No, and that's going to be the end of the first half of action. And our score here at halftime, the Fond du Lac Cardinals 27, the Appleton East Patriots 18. We'll be back here at the Goodrich Gymnasium right after this on your Fond du Lac Cardinal Basketball Report.
It's a brand award-winning string cheese. Any way you tear it, it's terrific. In your lunches, on your next trip, as a dietary snack. Our string cheese is great anytime. Find all our top quality Baker cheese in area stores. For all types of commercial printing, call the Print Shop. Get fast, courteous service and quality printing for all your business needs. We specialize in multicolor printing. Call 923-4354 or visit our office in downtown Fond du Lac. The Print Shop, 15 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac. No one helps Fond du Lac County grow like Capelli Brothers and Dietrich Incorporated. Whether it's projects like BCI Burke or St. Paul's Lutheran School, Capelli Brothers and Dietrich are the general contractors Fond du Lac County has looked to since 1950. Capelli Brothers and Dietrich, North Hickory Street in Fond du Lac.
Center is proud to sponsor this telecast. We invite you to visit us at Forest Mall, where we offer in-store expert jewelry and watch repair, free engraving and gift wrapping of your purchases, layaway and more. Fox Diamond Center in Forest Mall always brings you top quality for the lowest price. Your hometown independent family jeweler.
For complete insurance services, call your independent agent serving the Fond du Lac area. Call Insurance Agency, where service is the key. Our staff of knowledgeable professionals is ready to serve all your insurance needs. Call us for a quote at 923-4020. Call Insurance Agency, North Main Street in Fond du Lac.
Remember the excitement of the moment with a camcorder from Silica Appliance and TV. At Silica, you can choose from a large selection of full-size and compact camcorders from names like Canon, Sharp, Quasar, and RCA. So remember the excitement of the moment with a camcorder from Silica Appliance and TV.
Team uniforms, gym suits, bowling shirts. Whatever your sport, shop Team Sports. Team Sports across from Veterans Park on Main Street in Fond du Lac. Visit the Athlete's Foot for brands you'll like at prices you'll love. The Athlete's Foot, athletic wear, shoes, and more. Forest Mall, Fond du Lac.
Well, it's a very frigid evening outside in this mid-January evening. Things have heated up here as the Appleton East Patriots have made a game out of it after looking as though they were going to get blown out of the gymnasium here very early in this game. Have rebounded and climbed back to within 9 at 27-18. We'll take a look at the stats here for the first half of action. Both teams in the second quarter really cooled off immensely from the field. After shooting 57% in the first quarter, the Cardinals for the half end up 11 for 26 for 42%. The Patriots 9 for 26 for 35%. Cards 2 for 5 at the charity stripe for 40%. The Patriots only go there one time and miss their one and only opportunity. The big disparity, of course, is in the rebound category, where the Cardinals out-rebound the Patriots 19-8. Fondy with 11 turnovers here in the first half of action, and Appleton East with 8. Normally basketball, we really don't have any highlights to show you, but we have one little special treat in the first half. I'd like to go back and take another peek at. Of course, we're talking about that tip-in by Joe Harmson. Following a layup, comes in from the near side, and as we take a look at it, watch. We're picking up the action at the opposite end as the ball is taken to the basket. Watch Harmson come into your screen in the backside and tip it with his left hand from underneath the basket in. Outstanding tip. You won't see him done any better than that at any level of basketball. Once again, our score here at halftime, the Cardinals lead the Patriots at 27-18. We'll be back to take a look at the scoring and, of course, the second half tip-off. That's just right around the corner here on your Fond du Lac Cardinal basketball report.
This telecast is brought to you in part by Consultants Laboratory of Wisconsin Incorporated. Consultants Laboratory is Fond du Lac's full-service medical reference laboratory. Consultants Laboratory providing trustworthy service from 3 convenient Fond du Lac locations. Nothing adds beauty and value like tile from Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile. For your home or for your business, get the look and feel you want from Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile. Quality is just a phone call away. Call for your free estimate today. Fond du Lac Mosaic Tile, North Hickory Street, Fond du Lac. Kemper Securities wishes the best of luck to all our local athletes. Call Kemper Securities for expert service for your next investment. Kemper Securities, members of the New York Stock Exchange, located at 66 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. This game is brought to you courtesy of Forest Mall Merchants, where you can catch the best values in town without interference at over 55 specialty and department stores. Forest Mall, one place, something for everybody. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 9, Saturday, 10 to 6, and Sunday, 11 to 5.
Since 1933, Spees Painting and Decorating has been providing quality painting services for all your industrial, commercial, and residential needs. If your job is big or small, get it done efficiently and get it done right the first time. Spees Painting and Decorating, equipped to do the job efficiently.
How would you like a free movie rental? Come to VideoBiz, buy any size pizza and receive 1 free movie rental. And don't forget, VideoBiz has VCR rentals, VCR cleaning and repairs, game rentals, CDs, cassettes, and more. VideoBiz and VideoBiz Pizza, Pioneer Plaza, Fond du Lac.
As we take a look at the scoring, Dave, Cardinals led by a very unlikely candidate in the scoring column this time.
Well, I'm glad to see him step up in there, Mike. Here's a player who has really been very unsung throughout the course of the season, I think, and has really done a fine job. And a lot of people may question why Shane is starting. Well, I'll tell you, he starts because he's a defensive specialist on this basketball team, and he is also very capable of putting the ball in the hoop, as he showed here in that first half of action, leading the team with 11. And another great tip by High Slamma-Jamma to start the second half. And High Harmson now with 11 points as well to lead the way, along with Shane O'Laughlin, the two of them with 11 apiece. Blakesley comes to J.J. Hansen, give it to Ben Johnson, then pop it back out, working between the two rings. Leave it on the right side. Here's a steal by Golden Grabs. Grabs coming down with a running one-hander. Nobody's fouled by Neubauer. Well, Mike, I said it in the first half of action. When Grabs went out, our press became less effective. And if anyone has worked extremely hard on the press tonight and on the defense, it's Ben Grabs, and he has caused, or been the cause, of a lot of turnovers by Appleton East.
He certainly is, Dave, and Eric is similar in a way to, I think, Shane O'Laughlin, who you talked about earlier, in that both of them do the intangibles, and they're not real flashy players. They just get the job done consistently. They're not the guy like a Harmson or a Zakis or a Simon that are going to really light up or Rocky Brown that's going to make a fantastic, exciting play. They just game in, game out, get the job done, the little things. Golden gets one of the two from the free throw line. Turnaround blocked by Harmson, but they're going to call him for the foul. Well, that'll be Joe's first team foul.
By the night foul, number 0, Joe Harmson. His first team foul.
And this is going to send Brett Hornseth to the free throw line to shoot a pair. He is 0 for 1 thus far. Shot the only free throw that East had in the first half. And now 0 for 2.
Incidentally, before the game, had a few moments to chat with Josh Harmson, the crutches, and says that the surgery, he said it went very well, very quick. The doctors are very optimistic of everything that took place, and he's on his way to recovery. And the only thing he hates is those darn crutches. He's still sick of those already, but it's going to take some time.
And a steal here. Hansen out ahead to Neubauer. He'll lay it in. Well, that time, East here with their own press, the trapping press, 1-2-1-1, three-quarter court. And the Cardinals, with a little taste of their own medicine. You know, Mike, I don't know how many times during the times that you and I have been broadcasting, you have said that teams who press do not like to be pressed. And there's the fourth personal foul, however, on Jason Neubauer, and he's going to have to come out.
Very true. I hold true to that theory. I think that's very becomes the case. You know, you work so hard on your press, and then when you turn around and have to beat the press, you get a little undisciplined sometimes in that situation. And I think that is something that has hold true over the years.
Neubauer coming out back into the basketball game. It was Joe Hensler for the Patriots. And coming around to pick down low, Adam Zakis running one-hander, no. Rebound down and away to Hornseth. Hansen, lead feed to Ben Johnson. Globetrotter to the basketball, takes it to the baseline, double pumping down there. Joe Harmson with a foul. Second personal on Joe, the second team of the half.
Joe with two quick ones here in the second half of action.
Yeah, as aggressively as he played throughout the first half of action, almost amazing that he came away with no fouls at all. Ben Johnson here will go to the free throw line and will shoot a pair. gets the first.
Joe, of course, only a junior yet. It seems like it's hard to say only a junior. He's been here for so long, but yeah, he's really matured and grown and learned to play the game smart, you know, and that's what, as you recall, Dave, in his younger years, as freshman, sophomore year, got in a lot of foul trouble early in a lot of games. But the more savvy you get, the smarter you get, and you learn to play position basketball, and Joe has certainly done that.
Well, here's that half-court trap there, and then once the Cardinals
dropping back into a 3-2 defense.
Yep. Coffin corner near side, Zinkas for three, no, off the front of the rim. Hansen quickly back up into the forecourt. Well, they got a chance here to close to within 5, and a reverse layup is good by Joe Hensler. And East has crawled back to within 5 points in this basketball game. Rocky Brown to Adam Zinkas. Here's Shane O'Loughlin now hole high with the basketball. 5.5 minutes remaining, third quarter. O'Loughlin going to take it to the hoop, running one-handed there. Soft off the glass, no. Got his own rebound, reverse layup is good. Shane O'Loughlin, his 13th point.
Well, Shane doesn't get the first one to go, but stays right with it. Gets the loose change off the glass and reverses it the second time around.
Well, there was a carry by Ben Johnson, and he got away with it. Blakesley flashing through the baseline is Hansen. They give it to him out of the Coffin corner. Johnson strip free, but back into the hands of J.J. Hansen. Coming into the lane, double pumping. Back of the rim, no. Harmson up to get. Outlet pass comes to Rocky Brown. Rocky to Zinkas out of the Coffin corner, skips it out here to Shane O'Loughlin to the right side. Looping feed down to Joe, takes the inside, and he is fouled as he went to the hoop. Foul will be on Hensler. First personal and the second team. But this one will send High Slamma-Jammin at the free throw line. He is 1 for 4 thus far. And he'll shoot a pair here. Joe Harmson, 11 points in the basketball game, gets the first. Joe has struggled from the free throw line as of late. And the last time we saw him, as a matter of fact, he was pretty good for hitting one every other one.
Like that?
Like that. Ben Johnson. Never really figure out, Mike, once you go up to the line and you hit that first shot, unless you move your feet and do a bunch of goofy stuff in there, it should be a lot easier to hit the second one. Hansen, three-pointer on the way, no. Rebound tapped by Grams into the hands of Adam Zinkas. Cards on the run. Adam, and he threw it away. Into the hands of J.J. Hansen. Hansen taking the baseline, fouled by Zinkas. Zinkas, that was kind of a retaliation thing right there. And talk about a player who has really struggled here tonight, and Adam Zinkas has picked up his third.
Yeah, but he's going to take a seat right now. It's Simon and Bester are going to check back in for Zinkas and O'Loughlin. Incidentally, in the first half, the Cardinals were 3 for 7 from long range, and the Patriots were 0 for 2.
J.J. Hansen will shoot a pair. Zinkas has just really struggled out here tonight. And just looks a little bit out of rhythm, doesn't he? Out of...
He's got only the 2 points, as you recall. That was the first shot of the game.
Right. So Hansen knocks down a pair. And again, they're within 6 at 33 to 27. And Rocky Brown comes to Jeff Simon. Back to the Rocket once again. Bester, swing between the two rings. Rocky to Simon. Back out, Rocket. Here's Jeff Simon. Sundance, Coffin corner, tray on the way. Honeycomb down. And the rebound away to Wentland. The outlet pass comes to Ben Johnson. Globetrotter the basketball up court. Cut off here by Bester. Reloads it. Swings off onto the near side to Hansen. Now posting up, flashing into the lane. Johnson's free throw line jumper, no. And Jeff Simon comes away with the basketball. 33-27. Simon pulls up for the line, extended jumper, no. He has struggled as well from the outside tonight. The Cardinals' best outside shooters, Bester, Simon, and Zinkas, just have had an off night tonight.
Yeah, a team that throws up in a lot of trays and hits a lot of trays usually. Only 3 for 9 in this game.
Off of the baseline, Johnson's shot, no. Tapped into the hands of Eric Grams by Slamajama, and the foul is going to be called on Joe Hensler.
Check that, only 3 for 9. What did I say, 3 for 9? Yes, that's right, 3 out of 9.
That's what you said.
Okay, I was right.
4th team foul on the Patriots. And the Cardinals inbound their own backcourt. I think you got to let Rocky Brown maybe cut loose from the outside a little bit. It really has allowed, once we get the ball up into the forecourt, it allows East to really collapse. And Graham's trying to save from going OB cannot. And now the chance to cut to within 4.
You know, the key, Dave, is you've got to give an awful lot of credit at this point, I think, to the Patriots defense. They have played an outstanding defensive game. Ever, you know, even as I recall that first timeout they took when they were 6 for 7.
Wide following, the likes of which few cars have ever known. On November 15th, it starts all over again.